The new year is upon us once again. The time to set unrealistic expectations for ourselves only to fall short for the 5th year in a row has finally come. And I, my fellow ones and zeros, welcome it with open arms. My resolution this year is going to be very different than my last resolutions. Rather than focusing on going to the gym, making more money, or eating healthier, I'm going to be focusing on strengthening my self-worth. When I say self-worth, it applies to many different areas of my life. My body image, my overall confidence, whether what I'm saying is of value to myself or to the person I'm saying it to. And something I think often gets overlooked when it comes to self-worth is how we handle our emotions. So how is that related to self-worth? Well, I think many people spend a lot of time and energy beating themselves up over how they feel. I certainly know I do, because we're constantly being fed this message that we're not supposed to be sad and we should be chasing this eternal happiness. Well, not only is this unrealistic, it's also kind of dangerous. And it makes many of us believe we don't have the right to be sad because there's always somebody who's worse off than we are, or because look at what a beautiful day it is. So what we end up doing is wrapping all of our negative emotions in this guilt, pushing them way down and never learning how to live with them. I mean, how many times as a teenager did you hear the sentence, "Don't be sad, these are the best years of your life"? Look, I've done my years as a confused teenager who had no idea what was going on in his head or in his body, and this kind of thing can really make you feel worse a lot of the time. Well, looking back on my teen years now, I realized all I was looking for was some empathy, acceptance, someone I could share my thoughts with who wouldn't judge me. Learning to accept your feelings has become so much more complicated now because of all of these external messages that we've internalized. I mean, some people literally consider it unmanly to show any kind of sensitivity. Justin Baldoni has a great book called Man Enough that really goes into detail with this topic. I'll leave a link in the description for anyone who's interested. So how do we change these unhealthy things that we say to ourselves all the time? Well, for starters, it's much easier said than done. But we can start by accepting that the way we feel is constantly changing. One day we may be sad, one day we may be happy, and that's okay. We can start by accepting that we are only learning to ride those raging waves that we call our emotions, and remembering that it's okay to fall off the surfboard because that's how you learn to stay on. Of course, understanding and accepting all of these things probably won't happen over the course of a day, or a month, or even a year. I think it's something that will need a constant reminder through the rest of our lives, like a muscle that needs to be exercised really, really frequently. A meditation teacher once said to me, whenever a difficult emotion comes up, we say to ourselves, "It's like this now." And this opens up the first of many doors to accepting not only that emotion, but the whole spectrum of emotions and ultimately ourselves. Anyway, that's my New Year's resolution. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And have a great year.